Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to, well, a game between Happy and Romantic. I actually have 3 games today, and I do not believe they're part of any series, just games that they were taken from, well, Battle.net or NetEase client or whatever you want to call it. And because of that, I can actually say, hey, it's a 3-game set. Is it a best of 3? I have no idea. Someone can go 3-0, someone can go 0-3, obviously 2-1, so on and so forth. So I'm not really spoiling anything. Anyways, Romantic spawning as the blue human player on the top right-hand side of the map. Happy spawning as the red undead on the bottom left. Gotta remember, oh, my hair is an absolute mess right now, just getting in time for the holidays, getting everything all done. And I will not be distracted by Twitch chat because I'm not streaming this on Twitch right now. Todd, I don't know if he's part of any team. I know he was part of 4K, 4 Kings a long time ago. Then he was part of Vile. I did an interview with him many years ago. Yeah, from at MLG Anaheim, I think 2011. Yeah, really cool guy. He's playing right now, so, well, I thought I'd take this time before my kids come home to go ahead and cast a little bit of games before I turn into Mr. Dad, go ahead and prep dinner and get all these things taken care of during this, well, very busy holiday season. Now, we are going to be looking at a Death Knight with Ghoul support, Tomb of Relics, and a Graveyard now coming into play. An Acolyte is off to the north, hoping to do a little bit of stealing, as well as a Footman is going to wander across here and now spot this Acolyte. Acolyte may get shooed back out, and Romantic and Happy do play up against each other a lot, so, well, Romantic pretty much knowing, hey, I gotta be careful, there could be an Acolyte lurking in my neck of the woods. And what he wants to make sure is that that Acolyte is not that close, but he is going to be running up to a Death Knight here in just a moment, and that could perhaps be a little bit scary. Archmage already off to the north there. Militia quickly taking down that Renegade Wizard. Gloves of Haste has been picked up. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Acolyte getting ensnared and pretty much ignored. Interesting, they trapped that Acolyte, tried to chase down a Footman, and now they're just throwing axes at the Footman. A little bit of a lucky break there, as we may see some attacks going back the other way. No, we do not. Death Knight, meanwhile, back off to the north, hasn't stolen anything. Did end up using a Death Coil, but to no avail, as the Archmage does in fact get to level 2. Acolyte is going to end up getting taken down. Acolyte down to 14 hit points, could end up falling at the hands of a Footman. Footman trying to chase, is it going to be able to finish it off? Yes, it will. Sword in the back. And, well, that is the end of that. Archmage sitting at level 2, 225 experience, hoping to get to level 3 for those level 2 water elementals. However, I believe a Death Knight and some skeletal minions have another plan in the works, as the, well, Rogue does get taken down. Item, Slippers of Agility, has quickly been picked up. Death Knight denying that skeletal minion right there, as you saw, as the Footman, well, of Romantic needs to back away here. That could get very dangerous very quickly. The Footman already in the back side there, knowing that he's fairly well protected. The Death Knight not wanting to use 2 Death Coils to finish it off, as this Footman should perhaps be heading back home. Now, no Arcane Vault as of yet, as it looks like it is going to be an expansion attempt by Romantic. Romantic knows that his opponent, Happy, has really not gotten that many units out, so he is going to try and aggressively creep out a relatively difficult creep camp, even while the Archmage is away. This takes a lot of time, energy, patience, and understanding of the game, knowing when to split up your army and well, perhaps when not to. Skeletal minions could end up getting engaged right here. There they go, gonna get taken down. Rock Golem now taken down. Archmage already at level 3. Things are looking good for the Archmage. Level 3, very strong. Level 2 water elementals, as more skeletal minions are just trying to run around. Death Coil finishing off another peasant there, as skeletal minion after skeletal minion now taken down. Alright, more than enough peasants here, as you see. Death Knight now making its way back down. Crypt Fiend's going to get in some easy damage and shots across multiple units, as the Crypt Fiends do, in fact, need to back off. Alright, damage has been added, or damage is being dealt and pushed. Water Elemental is trying to push back that one particular Crypt Fiend, as the Death Knight using the skeletons to his advantage, but not knowing that what, a squadron, no, squadron are air units, a platoon of footmen were already dispatched and ready to go. All right, skeletal minions are now trying to squeeze their way through. One skeletal minion will get taken down. Another skeletal minion could get taken down. The skeletal minions actually deal more damage per swing than a footman. It is their time, life, and relatively low hit points that ends up becoming the problem. We should be looking at tier 2 already. Are we going to be looking at a Lich? Yes, we are. No tech to tier 3 as of yet, as the Death Knight with these Crypt Fiends are just simply retreating. Now, Death Knight with these Crypt Fiends has a very short window with the help of this Lich to try and put on pressure. One Obsidian statue would be just what the doctor ordered to keep this army alive and well. But the fact that the Death Knight is still sitting at level 1 is a bit of a concern for Happy. Yes, he hasn't really hit full stride yet, but the human has such a large advantage right now, especially with the economic advantage, that he may just be able to outpace his opponent. Skeletal minions being left behind here. Let's take a look. Death Knight now wandering forth. This arcane tower nowhere near done. Skeletal minions now joining in. Romantic is going to go ahead and, well, lose that there as the Archmage is going to try to drop a water elemental. Death Knight pushing forward. A little bit of a risky proposition as the footmen are still looking to make their way across. All right, Archmage is looking to push back and push down more and more of these units. Crypt Fiends could try and take down some of those peasants as the Crypt Fiends are trying to, well, back off here once again. Water Elemental still fighting back. Death Knight and Lich. Are they going to perhaps be able to get a surround as we do see a beautiful Frost Nova go down onto a low hit point footman, but still getting denied. All right, Lich is in serious trouble, able to sneak through. No Unholy Aura yet on the Death Knight, and that is going to really throw things for a loop. However, if the Archmage does get taken down, which is a, well, relatively high possibility with the hero nuking power of both the Lich and the Death Knight, that Archmage, if it falls, all of a sudden, when your opponent has no heroes, you don't care if you're trading 1-for-1 on units because you're getting experience and you know your opponent isn't. All right, poor footman. Is it going to get taken down? Yes, it will. Crypt Fiends low on hit points. Obsidian statues need to be joining in on this fight right now. One Obsidian statue would make a profound difference as the Death Knight and Lich now making their rounds over. All right, still no tower off over here. Death Knight still sitting at level 1. No real way to get mana whatsoever at all, as an Obsidian statue is still absolutely necessary and will be joining in. All right, 2 level 1 heroes going up against a level 3 who is low on hit points, has really nowhere to go as we now see the Staff of Teleportation come across. Scroll of Regeneration, Potion of Healing should be coming across here just a moment. There's the Death Coil Frost Nova as the, well, Obsidian statue is trying to regenerate some hit points across multiple units here. Crypt Fiends are going to be rejoining in on this fight. Water Elemental, well, simply just going to take far too much damage here. Water Elemental trying to chase after that unit, not going to be able to get very far, as you can see the Water Elemental already down to 240 some odd hit points. That should end up falling very quickly as now a second slaughterhouse is added. All right, here we go. Arcane Tower is in fact up. Arcane Vault is up as well and may end up taking more damage once again. Death Knight is going to be able to push through. Water Elemental is right there, trying to push back, make sure the Archmage doesn't have anything there as a Stormbolt does go down. Very, very early Stormbolt trying to get away. Crypt Fiend, is it going to make it? Yes, it will. Low hit point Crypt Fiend able to make it out alive as we see this Water Elemental here, well, venturing a little bit too far, may end up getting taken down, and it could give experience. No experience at all. Lich making its rounds, gonna go ahead and deal damage across the Renegade, Wizard, and Rogue creep camp. There they go. It looked like another lightning shield was placed down, but no, I may just be mistaken. Back over here to the top left, Archmage is going to get to level 4. Mountain King now with True Shot Aura. That should be given to the Archmage. A lot of low hit point footmen. Well, only one low hit point footman, as I believe the other low hit point footman, Brethren Arms, was taken out. Lich still sitting at level 1, and Death Knight now got to be sitting at level 2 with that Unholy Aura moving around the map faster. Quad Obsidian statues can only mean dual destroyers here in just a moment. With dual Obsidian statues, they could be absorbing a lot of mana, or they could even go into quad destroyers. Destroyers extremely powerful, especially against the current lineup that has a lot of heavy armor. All of these footmen right here would get focused down rather fast. We are upgrading the castle already, and we are now getting the workshops up for perhaps some flying machines. Only one arcane tower is currently here. Lich does in fact have the Orb of Corruption, getting in some early damage onto that one arcane tower. That arcane tower is suffering a lot of damage already, as we now see the obsidian statues in the back here. Skeletal minions trying to finish off a little bit more. Destroyers heading off into the air, going to be able to finish off this arcane tower rather quickly. That bonus damage, far too much. Meanwhile, where is the Archmage? Archmage and Mountain King perhaps going to let this expansion go. The weak point on this expansion is really all of these peasants. Peasant after peasant getting taken down. That is going to be the big issue, but you ultimately do need to finish off the town hall, even though it has fortified armor. Well, attacking where his opponent is perhaps the weakest is the call here. You can take a look, absorbing some mana once more. It does not look like there's any towers in the base, and I believe Romantic has, overestimated his chances. Goblin Shredder going to go ahead and get finished off. Crypt Fiend's now joining in. Paladin will be popping on out here in just a moment. But as with the Death Knight gets to level 3 and the Lich is at level 2, that Frost Nova damage is just going to add up far too quickly. Back across over here, Skeletal Minions trying to finish off the Scout Tower is not going to be able to do so as more and more peasants are taken down. Flying Machines trying to fly away. They quickly get taken out once more as the Destroyers will win in even numbers. Well, partially because Destroyers do cost significantly more resources and supply. Death Knight continuing this battle here. Footmen now trying to get a good surround. Are they going to be able to do exactly that? It looks rather dangerous as there are plenty of Destroyers in the air. On top of that, the Flying Machines are starting to stack up a little bit more. Destroyer down to 270 hit points, down to 111. Is it going to get taken out? Down to 65, and it looks like it will be able to survive at least a little while longer as a couple of webs do go down. Knight is in play. -5 armor. Big, well, damage increase essentially as the Death Knight are unable to finish off that Paladin, and he's able to escape once more. All right, Knight now down to, well, dead as the Paladin looking to join in on the fight. Crypt Fiend turns around, sees this Paladin. 2 or 3 more shots should do it. Does not do it at all, but I think this is going to be the beginning of the end, or rather, the end, as Happy loses to Romantic, even though he had the lower overall score. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.